Hi there folks, we're Travel with Johnny and Will, and this is our video about the Hilton Hotel at Rome Airport. We stayed here for one night after we got in from our flight from Dublin Airport. We arrived in just after 8 o'clock, I think it was it about half 8?
Yeah.
About 8:30 for our one night stay before our cruise on Azamara Pursuit.
So once we landed in Terminal 3 and got through the passport control and baggage collection, which seemed to take a long time, and it was a little bit confusing just because there was a guy shouting different countries, and it was really confusing because there was also a sign that said all passports this way. So we stood in a queue, we got through it, end of.
Although whenever we went to get our bags, I felt as if we walked halfway back to
Yeah,
Dublin.
it was like at the end of the baggage terminal and then like off.
Yeah.
So we exited the baggage hall, and then basically at Terminal 3, we followed signs for the Hilton Hotel. Now, it might not have been that obvious. I'll insert some footage. It was literally like a little sign that was blue with the Hilton in the H branding.
Yeah.
And then like a little swirl thing around it. But it wasn't that obvious.
I think if you didn't know what the Hilton Hotel logo looked like, you'd be stuffed.
Yeah. Because you'd be expected to know that meant the Hilton Hotel and not just hotel.
Yeah.
So after walking through many moving walkways, and I think we were going through car parks and things like that, we managed to get to the hotel. At the end of the walkway, you take a lift down, and then you're basically brought out at the entrance to the hotel where the cars and all do drop-offs and pickups. And then we made our way into reception.
Yeah, so the whole way across was all covered, including whenever we literally got out of the lift and walked across the car park direction. But the reception itself, the building is huge. Okay, it's very, like the architecture of it's beautiful.
It's all arches and marbles and beiges.
And it's very airy.
There's like a fountain thing next to the lift, a ball thing.
It's very beautiful in terms of its the building itself. You walk into reception. We have to say that the reception area was really big. There's lots of areas to sit, little couches and tables and chairs about the place if you just sort of want to grab a coffee or a drink and just sort of sit and chill, or if you're waiting on a pickup or something. But and as well as that, there is, obviously we had said there before, we're here before we go on our Azamara cruise. There is an Azamara help desk there. Now obviously that was closed by the time we arrived last night. There is information posted and things which we'll insert footage of in terms of like bus pickup times and things. However, our travel agent kindly organised us a private transfer this morning. But one thing about the reception and the reception staff was that it seems like a really busy hotel. And certainly whenever we arrived, there was also groups of, had arrived. There was a group of cabin crew and flight staff from, I think it was Korean Air or something like that.
China
And we got seen super quick, so we did. And the staff at reception were really tuned in, gave us all the information about how to get to our room, what time the restaurant shut at, and what time breakfast was served this morning.
So our room was on the 7th floor, so we made our way up there. It was 7026. So the room itself is it's quite a large room. It's got a hard floor, which is the first thing I always notice. Like, it's a wooden floor, and I always feel a bit funny about hotels that have wooden floors, even though I know they're cleaner than carpeted floors. But just in terms of the room, as you come in, there is a small wardrobe with 2 doors on it, and on one side there is the hairdryer and the safe. But again, not much hanging space, so definitely not a hotel you could stay in for a week. But I mean, why would you want to?
No.
Because there's nothing here.
Yeah.
And then moving on from that, there's the TV with the hospitality tray and also a fridge in below. And then a small desk with a mirror. There's some Ethernet ports, which I don't know why anybody would use those these days. And also like a weird office chair, which is a bit of a weird design choice for the room, but it's actually a very comfortable chair, which maybe speaks to the business traveller that comes to this hotel. And then just looking around to the bed was firm but comfortable, and also of a 2 twins like pushed together, that sort of size. The one thing I would say this hotel room is missing that would be a modern feature would be USB ports. There is only plugs on one side of the bed and then plugs by the desk. But it would be nice if there was USBs in the lamps or something like that, because we only brought one charger and then we had to end up using a battery pack for other devices. So yeah, make sure you bring plenty of your charging plugs and stuff like that, because there's no USBs here.
But the room is really big, you know, it is very big and spacious.
You can lay a suitcase on the floor and still get around it. So
yeah, so like it has served us like really well for the night as well. So it's probably a poor design choice with the office seat. I don't really quite get that, but
and then in terms of the air conditioning, it's been really good as well.
Yeah, it has.
Once we figured out what way was the faster air conditioning.
Yeah. The bathroom, whenever Will was talking about that, obviously the bathroom, it has obviously a bath and then the showers over the bath. And we didn't find the water pressure great this morning, but look, we were able to get washed, it was fine, do you know what I mean? But again, plenty of space in the bathroom, it didn't feel...
Yeah, it's a good layout. Like, we've had a bigger bathroom in like the likes of the Malmaison in Newcastle, but this was a better layout.
Yeah.
And much more space in it. In terms of the bath, there's like an overhead shower, there's a handset which is fixed, so you couldn't use it as like a lower shower head, like you can in a normal shower. And then there's a toilet and bidet towel rail with, I think there was like 2 small towels, 2 medium towels, 2 large towels.
Yeah, all the towels.
All the towels, which is great. And then obviously your vanity with your shaving mirror, your shaving plug, and like your little tissues and shower cap and stuff. So really well equipped, and face cloths as well.
So after we got settled into our room, we were hungry, and the receptionist did tell us that the restaurant was opened until 11 p.m. So we headed downstairs into the main restaurant, which is really big. There was quite a few people sitting around whenever we went down, and it's an a la carte menu. So again, you can basically, it's up to you how many courses you want to eat. We just opted to get a main course, and I had the carbonara, which was really nice.
And I had the margarita pizza and some French fries.
Yeah, and my carbonara was delicious. So it was. I really love carbonara, and that was definitely one of the best I've had. We just had a couple of soft drinks and that with our meal. We were pretty full, and then whenever we were asked if we wanted dessert, we were kind of like no, because we had sort of had enough to eat. And then the waiter was really nice, and the waiter was like, "Oh, I give for you a little present."
Because we had to
we had to wait a bit longer.
It wasn't that. It didn't feel that long. I guess maybe he thought we were waiting long, or maybe we were fidgeting or something. I don't know.
And we didn't really understand what he was trying to tell us, but it was something to do with a little present.
And he said, "Oh, any allergy?" And you didn't have a clue what he said.
So we weren't sure what was coming next. But we just sat there because we knew he was coming back. And then he presented sort of little 2 little desserts for us, which we think were part of a bigger dessert, but they kind of were nearly like a dessert type Ferrero. I can just about say that. Ferrero Rocher. And it was really nice.
It was nice.
Very chocolatey, but it was really nice. And but like we found room to eat it, and then we really were busted and needed probably like wheeled back upstairs to our room. So yes, definitely. The restaurant was really nice. The food was great, and overall for the 2 main courses and sort of 2 soft drinks each, it was just under €70. So that sort of gives you a rough idea of the price.
It was okay for an airport hotel. In terms of other facilities within the hotel that we had seen, there was a swimming pool. There's also a gym and fitness area. There's obviously conference facilities within this hotel, and then we saw like a little random kids play area, the most unfriendly kids play area ever, I thought, but it sort of just looked like a side office that had just been converted. Kids zone, okay. And then there's obviously vending machines as well if you just want a little snack. Yeah.
We had a great night's sleep here. We were tired, but we had a really good night's sleep. The room was a very comfortable temperature, and the bed was really comfy too. And then the next morning we got up early. Well, we thought we got up early. We normally like to go down for breakfast, at about 8 a.m. or sort of shortly after that, because normally most places there's a mad
Oh, we
rush.
did make it for like 8:30. Didn't
I
we?
8:30.
Yeah.
So we went down about 8:30, and the restaurant was really busy. But again, it was busy, but there was still plenty of tables vacant. And we just went straight up to the lady, and told her our room number, and then it's all mainly self-serve buffet, and wow, there was probably enough food there that you could have had a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner.
Yeah, there was so much choice, wasn't there?
Yeah. You had a cereal area with cereals, fruits, cheeses, cold meats. Then there was a cooked section.
Which had rice.
Yeah, there
It
was.
had chickpeas.
Yeah.
Like potato wedges for breakfast. Okay.
And then you had pastries and breads and
Juice selection.
juice
There was a
selection.
carrot and another.
Yeah, there was like pineapple juice, blood
Bean
orange,
juice,
and
yeah.
and then there was a guy randomly juicing carrots.
Yeah, and carrots.
I got offered carrots.
No,
but
there
I
was
didn't take
carrots. It was something else with it. I don't know what it was.
Well, the guy handed me a cup and asked, "You want carrot juice?" And I was like, "No, no, thank you. I'll just stick
But
with
the orange juice that lady gave us was definitely freshly squeezed. It was really delicious juice.
Yeah. So again, we're not really sure of the exact price for breakfast. If you wanted to pay just whenever you arrive, we might try and find that out actually. But this was included on our in our room booking, and it was really nice.
I would say
definitely
if
had-
you didn't find something there to eat, then yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Because there was so many options. The only thing that's not standing out at me, even though I went round and checked all the stations, I didn't really see any gluten-free options.
I didn't even look.
You didn't look?
No.
You know the way normally they'll have a little section? I just didn't see that. Unless it's something you can request.
But yeah, there's definitely a lot of choice for breakfast. You definitely won't go hungry. So, would we stay here again? It's worth just noting, first of all, that we didn't pick this hotel. Whenever we booked our cruise, our travel agent Dan, he sort of packaged everything up with our flights and our pre-cruise hotel stay. But would we pick this hotel again and stay here of our own accord? For me, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would, because if you're doing like what we're doing, where we're getting a transfer the next day, you've left the airport and 15-minute walk and you're at the hotel and you're nearly in your room.
Yeah.
So to me, that the convenience of this just makes it, we'd definitely do this again.
Yeah, and the food was great, and like I say, the service we've had has
Yeah,
been
the service of
it's
that,
been great.
it's brilliant.
So folks, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and click subscribe, and also don't forget to ring that bell to be notified the next time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching. Bye.